It's going to be a tool review on my Leathermen wingman. It's a good knife, fairly cheap, a lot cheaper than the Wave, but basically the same thing. Got your spring pliers, which I really like. As you can see, they spring. Let's go start off at first. You have your knife on the outside, which is nice. This one's partially serrated, which I don't like at all. I might have to do something about that. You have also, it locks, which is really nice. That's one benefit of it. You can see I've used it quite a bit. It's gotten abused. It's 420 HC, which is a pretty good knife steel. I like it better than like 440. I don't know why, but it's very easy to sharpen and it stays sharp for a while. A lot of Kershaws. I got this Kershaw Scallion 420 HC. A lot of the Ken Onion design Kershaw knives. Keeps the price down on those. This, very big downside is the serrations. I don't like serrations at all, especially partially serrated. Full serrated knives aren't that bad. But it's got a nice lock, a little bit of up and down play, but it's a multi-tool. You're not really supposed to, you know, it's not a self-defense knife, hard use knife, it's pretty thin. I don't know the exact dimensions on this. Also on the outside, you got your scissors, which is really cool to have right there because that's one of the most used things. As you can see, you go down like this, it's not locked yet, and you know, the spring isn't working. What's really cool is when it clicks into the place with the lock, the spring shoots out. You got your spring-loaded scissors, and they're very sharp, very nice. They also lock into place. This has 14 tools included. You got your spring-loaded pliers. Let's go through these. Got your bottle opener. This little, you got your file and small flathead screwdriver, and then they call this a ruler, but it's all curved and stuff. Kind of a little cheesy thing they added in there just to say they had one more tool. That's a downside when, you know, multi-tools, they state every little thing that could possibly be a tool. Got your package opener. It's fairly sharp. It'll cut paper. It'll rip open the tape on a box, rip open the side of a box. It's kind of nice. You know, it's nice because it's short, so when you go to rip open a box, you're not likely to cut into whatever's in there. The other side, you got your Phillips and your flathead screwdrivers. Now the Phillips, you know, it looks like it's a pretty big Phillips screwdriver, but if you actually look at the tip, zoom in, you can only really do small screws. But it looks impressive. Looks like you can take down, and you could probably get bigger ones in there, you know, just by using the V shape of this. But the really only fits perfectly the really small screws at the tip there. But it works good. I've used it twice. So let's go through so there might be some things I forgot to tell you. Let me think real quick. Alright, oh yeah, you got your wire cutters, which seem dull because they're perfectly rounded, not like wire cutters on a pair of pliers, but they actually cut really nicely. Actually, you can see a little bit of rust on there because I was cutting some old steel wire just to test them out. And then you got your wire strippers, which is a little hole right there. And this thing, as you can see, is pretty heavily used. I've carried it quite a bit lately. Alright, you got, well, and then they count this as two. You got pliers here, and then you got your needle nose pliers. But really, it's one pair of pliers. What else can I tell you? That's about it. I don't really suggest getting this one. I just got it because where I was at. I seen them. They were a decent price, but the Wave was out of stock. Now, what I like about this and the Wave compared to some of their other tools is that you got your blade on the outside. I like that a lot because I use the blade most of all on anything I do. So it's nice to have a blade and it locks and it's on the outside. What's nice about the Wave is you have the blade on the, a plain edge blade, a serrated blade, a saw, and I can't remember what else is on the outside, but there's 4 things on the outside. It makes it nicer. This one does have a pocket clip though. I really like that. That's a plus for this model that other ones don't have. But very big downside is the serrated blade. Can't stand the serrated blade. But well, that's about it. I don't know what else I can tell you. But thanks for watching. And I'll probably go pick up a Wave if they're still having a sale on them. They were just out of them at the time. But I wanted to get one as they were on sale. Leathermen, I think I've had a lot of other multi-tools. I haven't really had like SOG or anything like that. But I've had the cheaper multi-tools. I didn't really like them. This one's actually a functioning multi-tool. You don't just get a pair of pliers when you got this. You get everything else functions pretty good. Or you don't just get a screwdriver out of the whole thing. So I really like it. This is my tool review, my Leatherman Wingman. Thanks for watching.